Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss about one of the favorite and very famous protocol. And that protocol is what the internet protocol. This is not only famous protocol but also it is what the mother or father to every protocol or every communication happens in this network or maybe internet. Okay, so let's start with the internet protocol version 4. There are two versions, IP versions two versions, IP version 4 and IP version 6. Now today we are going to discuss about the internet protocol version 4. So if you go with the background, guys, why there is a requirement of IV protocol? So very first, if we consider the internet or maybe the network, let's say if we have here very, as you know, guys, the internet size and internet shape is going to be very large. Is very large. Okay, so somewhere, let's say here there is a receiver and somewhere there is a sender. So in between the sender and receiver, what there are many of devices are there. There are many users are there. There are many applications running on that particular host or maybe computer. There are many platforms are available. There are many messages and there are so many of things are going to happen on this network. So here, if this is what the heterogeneous kind of thing is available. So then question arise that and here if these number of devices or these number of elements are available on the network and this everybody wants to communicate with each other, everybody wants to communicate with each other, so how it is going to be happen? So whenever we want to send some message that need to be encapsulated with some format where all details to be filled. Let's take an example of any letter. Let's say if we have a letter, well, there is a letter, there is a source address and destination address to be there. And the source address and destination address will be written on the, let's say, envelope, and the body content will be somewhere else. Okay, so this body content will be encapsulated via some envelope or via some information where the source and destination is going to be written. Okay, so here in order to communicate with each others on the network connected device connected on that network, we require some kind of mechanism, some kind of structure, some kind of syntax, some kind of semantics through which we can send our message. To send high message. This is high message is not carrying on that particular network directly. So high message is going to be encapsulated with some format, and that format is going to be sent from source to destination, so that in between any computer, in between any network, or in between any user, I can say, cannot read that message. Otherwise, what will happen? The simple high message will be read by everybody. But no, that message need to be wrapped together, encapsulated with some kind of entities and some kind of information, so that that value or that message can transfer from one place to another place without any interleaving or without any hurdles. Okay, so this is what the main purpose. I have given the example of letter and envelope, guys. Let's say a better example, let's say any post office. We'll discuss that post office example later on. In the internet, let me clear this. In internet protocol is a protocol or a set of rules for routing and addressing packets of data so that they can travel across the network and arrive at the correct destination. So here, if we talked about any protocol, so we know, guide theory of protocol, that protocol is what the set of rules. Protocol comprise of the syntax. Protocol comprise of the semantics. Protocol comprise of, let's say, timeliness manners. So here, that is also available because if any destinations want to receive any message, and that message is only possible because of some kind of protocols where the rules are set. Okay, a network protocol includes the predefined rules and convention for communication between the network and the device connected. So this is what the convention. This IP protocol is what the convention uh, to happen the communication among this source and destination or maybe any connected devices. These include the identifying and establishing the reliable and high performing network communication among the devices. The reliable and high performing network communication. So here, this is again the guarantees taken by the IP protocol. Besides, there are formatting rules specifying the packaging, sending, and receiving the message. So again, the IP protocol is responsible to package that particular message, send that message, and receive that message. It is going to be done by IP protocol. Additionally, there are protocols for the message acknowledgement and data compression too. So additionally, there are also other protocols are available, or maybe the same function is done by this particular IP protocol to acknowledgement that packet and to if that size is very large, then compression is also happening. IP version 4 is described in IETE publication RFCs 791. in September 91, and it is replaced an earlier definition of what RFC 760 in January 1980. So let's start with the how this IP protocol is going to help us to achieve this kind of communication so that everybody can use that protocol for the communication. Here, IP protocol is what we can say. IP provides the packet delivery service which is IP protocol is connectionless. It means what? There is no any path establishment is going to be happen at earlier of the communication. The no communication, no connection is there. That is physical connection is not available. There is no any dependency in the among the packets. The packets can travel from the any route. Okay, so this is what the best feature of this IP protocol. But IP protocol is unreliable, guys, because as it is a connectionless, so there is no guarantee that the messages can transfer from one place or maybe places receiver. Unreliable. No one can rely on this particular. And here IP is datagram service. Okay, so there are multiple paths are available. If I have, let's say, source and destination, so in order to reach this destination, I can have a different paths available via this, and via this. Okay, and this best feature of this IP protocol is the best effort delivery protocol. Best effort delivery protocol. And what do you mean by best effort delivery protocol? The term best effort means IP packet can be corrupted, it can be lost, arrived out of order, or delayed, and may create congestion for the network. It means what the if this IP protocol is connectionless or unreliable, okay, so here the packets can be corrupted, packet can be lost, packet can be arrived at out of order, or it may be come or reached by delayed. Okay, and best effort delivery describe the network service in which network does not provide any guarantee that data is delivered or that deliver meet any quality of service or that delivery meet the quality of service. So whatever the data is sent from the source to the destination, it means there is no guarantee that the receiver will receive that packets, and again it is not guaranteed that the quality of service is going to be achieved. So in this sense, the best effort delivery protocol is available. For example, if you talked about the postal services and specifically in unregistered letter, the delivery of letter using the best effort delivery protocol. So letter is received by 99.99, almost 100% of user is receiving this letter, although it is an unregistered protocol. But no one can take the guarantee that your letter will be dispatched to that particular receiver. So this is what the best example, that is the postal service, guys. Okay, all the users of the network obtain the best services, meaning that they obtain variable bit rate and the delivery time depending on the current traffic load, guys. So this is also the best meaning of this best effort delivery protocol. Apart from this, IP protocol defines the basic unit of transfer. So in order to happen the communication and data transmission, so here IP protocol is the basic unit for that. And here I can say it is a backbone of all the protocol, or it cells, RL cells, we can say it is a mother or father to all the communication. And this is what the IP protocol, guys. Okay, so how it is going to happen? So ultimately, I guess you get the objective of this particular protocol. In order to happen the communication from the source to destination, we required some kind of mechanism, and that mechanism is what the IP protocol version 4 right now. Okay, here we can see there is a position of the IP protocol. If you talked about the application layer, transport layer, network layer, and this lower layer, data link layer and physical layer. So here IP protocol is a network layer protocol, which is the located at the central position of this particular TCP IP and OSM module, guys. Where apart from this IP, there are IGMP, ICMP, ARP, RLP protocols available in network layer. We have a separate lecture on the separate protocols, so please do watch that protocol also. Okay, now after watching this position of the IP protocol, let's talk about the datagram. This is what the core part of the IP header for IP protocol, guys. Now datagram, packets in the network or internet layer. Let's say internet layer is what the TCP IP is what the internet layer, or if we talked about the OSI model, so it is what the network layer. The layer are called datagrams. So packets in the network layer or maybe internet layer, which called as datagram. So we can say packets are nothing but the datagram. But specifically in TCP model, it will be called as datagrams, but in OSI model, it will be called as the packets. So datagram is similar to the packets, but does not require confirmation that it has been received. Okay, so datagram never follows the connection oriented approach, whereas packet follow the connection oriented. It is connection less one. Datagram is connection less, so it never follows the rules. There is no any dependency. Multiple paths are available. So this is what the definition of the datagram. Now here, datagrams is a variable length packet consisting of two parts. Very first part is a header, and second part is what data. So by adding these two, we'll get something. Okay. So datagram is a header plus data. Datagram is what? Header plus data means okay. The size of header something else. Some size is the size of header is something else, and size of the data is something else. So here, if we talked about the mathematical foundation, so 2 to the power 16, that is 65,536 will be the size of datagram. So here, let's talk about the datagram header and data. So your header, the header is a 20 to 60 byte in length. It varies from the minimum 20 bytes supposed to be there and maximum 60 bytes supposed to be there. Okay, in length, and contain the information essentially for routing and delivery of that particular uh, datagrams. So here in this header, all the information to reach the packet from the source destination is going to be available. So if anybody wants to send our data, okay, the data to be transferred from source to destination, and in order to send that data from source to destination, we require some additional information, and that additional information is going to be stored in header. This is what the encapsulation, let's say, or envelope, I can say, where the source and destination address is pasted. Okay, where about the data, it is actual data comes from upper layer or maybe on that layer also. So range from the 0 to 65,515, let's say, and it is going to be 20 is added to this, but because 20 is what the size of header, and it will become as what 65,535. So this is what the datagram, guys, and datagram is what the similar with the packets, but here the datagram never follows the same route. Okay, then the basic transmission allowed only because of the header format. So here there is a header format of the IP protocol, the very first field, guys, and this header format is very important. In without this header format, no any message can travel from source to destination, because this is what the idea and this is what the mechanism through which only the packets datagrams can be sent. Let's say the very first field is what the version, and version is saying that, so we are discussing about IP version 4. So okay, so version value will be IP4, and if you convert this value which is of 4 bit, so the value of this version in binary will be 0100. This is the value. If any datagrams come and series of sequence of binary digits are there, so first 4 bit will be indicating what the version. Second bit, header length. Second is what the header length, which is also a 4 bit in size. Internet header length of entire IP header. So it is what entire IP header length is what the header length. If 1010 into 4, the value will be 40. See, this is what the 10 in binary 1010, but it's decimal, it is what 10. The value will be 40. If it is all four ones into 4, then value will be 16. As we know, guys, minimum 20 byte is there, and maximum is what 60 byte is there. Okay, so all bit left, if we have a 4 bit over here, the possible combination from 0 to 15. Okay, and that is what the maximum is what the 16. But here we have to keep a note, guys. Minimum size of the header length is what 20 byte. If we put this value by 0, by 1, by 2, by 3, or by 4, this is not going to be accepted, because if we multiply this value by 4, so 4 into 4 it will be 16, 4 into 3 it will be 12, 4 into 2 it will be 8, and which is of minimum of, or let's say lesser than the 20. So it is never going to be accepted. So I have written the note here, it never can be 0 to 4, because if we multiply by 4, then the value will be less than 20, and it's supposed to be what greater than 4. It's supposed to be what greater than 4, so that if it is 5, let's say 5 into 4 will be 20, so it is going to be accepted. But this field never can be 0, never can be 1, never can be 2, never can be 3, and never can be 4. It's supposed to be greater than 4. It means what? It is supposed to be start from the 5 onwards. Okay, this is what the length. And then service type. This defined, this field was referred to as the type of services. which defined how the datagram should be handled. The part of the field was used to define the precedence of the datagram, and the rest of the defined the type of the service, like a low delay, high throughput, and so on. So, and this type of service is again called as DSCP, that is differential service code point. And what this differential code service point is, here there is a 8-bit availability, where first 3 bits are called as what the priority. This first 3 bits called as what priority, and priority can be, let's say, priority for the routing. If the value is 0, then it is routine priority. Then priority, if it is 1, then priority. Then priority will be intermediate. The value will be 2. The flash is what 3. Then flash override is 4. Then critical is 5. Then inter network is 6, and then as so on. Okay, so this is what the priority available. Then the next field is what the D, and this D stand for delay. Okay, D stand for delay, and if D stand for it is set to 0, it will be normal. But if it is set to 1, the delay will be low. Everybody's want delay supposed to be low. Okay, because in any, let's say, take an example, VoIP or WhatsApp call or any live streaming or any text or video. So if you take this kind of activity over the internet, so everybody's want delay supposed to be very low. Then the next field is what the throughput. Okay, if it is set to 0, it will be normal, but it needs to be 1 because the throughput supposed to be high. Okay, so that maximum task can be maximum datagrams or packets can be transferred from source to destination. The next service is what the R, and that R is for what? Reliability. Reliability, if it is set to 0, it is normal, and it is set to 1, it is what? The high. Okay, everybody's want reliability is high because so that others can trust. Then next field is what? The C, and C stand for what? The cost. Cost supposed to be low. Okay, cost supposed to be low, and if it is set to 0, it will be normal. So generally this field is set to be 0. Okay, normal. Then, and this last will be again reserve, is not going to be used. So this is what the differential service. So every, let's say if the IPL is going on, and IPL is going on, let's say, and if there is a live streaming available, so no one can accept the delay, and no one can accept the delay. If there is a microsecond of delay, there will be a kind of losing of some kind of video or something else. Let's say if you're calling on WhatsApp, or let's say you're calling on any application, so that time any real-time application is supposed to be on the real time itself. So delay is supposed to be null. So these are the services available. Then the next field is what? The total length. The length of the entire IP packet, including IP header and IP payload, which is about 2 to the power 16, that is about 65,535. And here the length of the data is equal to the total length minus header length. So header length is going to be minus from the total data. Okay, and this is what the total length, which is of what? The 16 feet in size. So these are the fields available. Let's take the another fields. Another fields are what? Very famous fields, and these fields are what? The fragmentation fields, guys. And what do you mean by fragmentation? We have separate video on this fragmentation with the example. So please do watch that also video. Okay. Let's say, and what is the fragmentation? If I have a packet size of, let's say, 500 byte, and there is some router available, and there is some kind of receiver. So what is going to be happen on the basis of the MTU? That is what? The MTU, that is maximum transfer unit. This 500 byte is going to be divided into some kind of chunks. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and this, because only the carrying capacity of router is what? The 500, let's say 100. So this 500 is going to be divided into five slots. Okay, and this piece of information is called as a fragmentation, where the speed is going to be maintained on the network, and everything is going to be identified, because bandwidth is also going to be again preserved. And this is what the fragmentation, where the large packet is going to be divided into small chunks, is what the fragmentation. Where the second row of this particular header format, which is of this, is dedicated for the fragmentation, where there are 3 fields. Identification. If IP packet is fragmented during the transmission, all the fragments contain same identification number. To identify the original IP packets, they belongs to it. Okay, if one packet has a 5 fragment, then all identifies on the same identification number. So every fragments of the same packet is going to be identified on the same number. That is what the identification. So in order to identify any datagram, we require some identification, and that field is what? Identification. 2 to the power 16 value will be available. Then the flag value. Second, flag value, as required by the network resource, If IP packet is too large to handle, this flag tells if they can be fragmented or not. It means what if they want to fragment or not, don't want to fragment, and that is going to be defined on what the basis of what the flag. Here in this word, three bit flag, MSB is always set to 0. So it is what the reserve. It is first bit is what the reserve, second bit is what the MF, and this is what the more fragment. It means what ahead of me. Let's say if I am the first fragment, let's say this is what the these are the fragments. These are the fragments. If I am the first fragment, I need to put it what 1, because again I have a fragment in front of me. So this is again need to be set to 1. Again this one, this one, this one, but last value will be 0. Last value will be 0 because there is no any further fragment available. So more fragment indicate what? There are more fragments available to in front of me. And second is do not fragment. Do not fragment. It means what? There is no requirement of the fragmentation. Fragmentation is already done. Okay, this is what the fragmentation flag field. Then the fragmentation offset. This field tells the exact position of the fragment in the origin of IP packet. It indicates how many number of data bytes prior or ahead of the fragment. It means what? The very first offset will be 0 because there is no any previous fragment in front of me. Offset. Okay, so this is what I am the first data. So this will be the fragment offset. If you go with the another uh, PPT, I can show you guys that is exact meaning because we have that with us fragmentation. This is what the fragmentation field. Here fragmentation 0, DF and MF is set, and here we have example solved. You can see that example here. If you go with the example fragmentation 1, value is MF field is 1, but the offset is 0. Okay, and the last is what 0 indicate there is no any further fragmentation after me, so it is what 0, and the value of offset will be something more than the previous one. We have separate video on that particular, so please do watch that. Now if you go with this further classification of this particular fields, so here let's move further and header format. In that we have a next field, and that field is what? The time to live field. What time to live field is what? TTL. To avoid the looping in the network, every packet is sent with the some TTL value set, which tells the network how many routes or how many hops this packet can cross. Okay, so it means what? Generally, if let's say if I have a source and if I have a destination, and in between, let's say are there is another router of network. Let's say there are 3 networks. Generally, the value of this time to live will be set into multiple of 2. So let's say there are 3 networks, the value will be set to 6. Okay, so if this source to R1 reaches, the value of 6 will be become let's say 5, and then R1 to R2, the value of TTL will become 4. If R1 to R3, value will become a 3, and R3 to destination will value become 2. Still, the value is not reached to the 0. It means what? If it is 0, reached to the 0, it is going to be discarded. It is going to be discarded. But it generally set to into 2 into multiplication of 2 because it takes a time to reach from source to destination for every packet. So after reaching every hop or let's say router is maintaining that value, and value will be decremented by 1. Okay, and ultimately if the receiver receive that value, ultimately the value will be become 0. Okay, and in between if the value becomes 0, so that packet is going to be discarded and need to be again set the value to the random position that that packets are not reached to the destination, that TTL field to be increased so that it will be boosted, and then it will be incremented, and it will be transfer from that particular network on that network. So this is what the TTL field, guys. Okay, time to live field. Generally it's set to some random value. Okay, and after every hop it is going to be decremented, and it is become 0, it will be discarded. Then protocol, it tells this protocol field, it tells, which is of 8-bit, it tells the network layer that the destination host to which the protocol this packet belongs to, and the next level protocol. For example, if the protocol number is ICMP is 1 and TCP is 6 and UDP is 70, it means what? This protocol field in simple nature, it is available over here if any other protocols want to take the help of IP protocol, and all the protocol takes the help of IP protocol, that time this field is going to be set. Which protocol is going to be used? Let's say if anybody is want for ICMP, that is Internet Control Message Protocol, this field is set to be 1. If anybody want to use the TCP, okay, IP using TCP, so that field is set to be 6. If anybody wants to use the IP protocol with the UDP, so this field is set with the 17. So other protocol is want to use this IP protocol, that time this field is going to be set with that protocol value, and this is what the protocol field. Then header checksum, this field is used to keep the checksum value of entire header, which is then used to check if the packets is received error free or not. So in order to check the any bit are lost, any bits corrupt, so that for that purpose header checksum is available to error correcting and error detection mechanism available. Okay, then the source address, this is what the very important guy is. Who is the sender, that is 32-bit in size, because we are discussing about IP version 4. So 32-bit value of the sender, which is what the IP address is, logical address, is going to be filled over here. Then last is what the destination address, to whom that address to whom that package to be sent. So 32-bit address of the receiver or the destination of the, for the packets. Okay, so here if I say, let's say 192.168.1.2 is my receiver, so sender will be, let's say, 1.2, and the other fields will be filled over here. So in this way the format is going to be filled. Let's take the last value. This is what the optional, or let's plus padding. So optional field is really optional, it is not required to set over here, but still if any additional information to be carried, that time optional is going to be here. In the header of the IP datagram is made two parts, the fixed part and the variable part. The fixed part is 20 byte long, which we have discussed earlier, there is IP header, and the variable part comprise of the option, which can be maximum up to 40 bytes. Okay, so minimum is what, 20 byte. If the size enlarge, then 40 bytes can be used for the option, which will be added to that header format size of the header datagram. Okay, then option, as name implies, not required for the datagram. They can be used for the network testing and debugging purpose. This option may contain some values for the options such as security, uh, record root, and timestamp. Here in this option, what we have three fields, guys. Very first field is a type field, second will be a length field, and third will be a value field. The meaning of value is what? The value field contains the data that specify the option required. The value of that option, the value of that option. The length field indicate, the length field defines the total length of the option, including the type field and the length of itself. Okay, so by this plussing, this length will be available. And the very first and most important field is what? The type, where there are copy bit, class bit, and number bit. Each have the copy is presence of the option in the fragmentation, the copy of fragmentation. Class will be general purpose of this option. Number will be define the type of option. And each one, there will be, here there is a two varieties, here there are four varieties, here there are some seven varieties or more varieties available. Six varieties are available. Okay, so 0 indicate this, 1 indicate this. Out of this, what we have to discuss? We have to discuss this part. We have to discuss only this part, because these are the options available and most commonly used for the purpose. Okay, so let's start with these options. And these options mean number field, guys. In type field, there are numbers define the types of option. If the value is 00, end of operation, it indicate no operation options. No operation option is what? The 1 byte option used as the filler between options. Okay, then second will be no operation, end of the option is also 1 byte option used for the padding at the end of the option field, and we are going to add the end of the option field. Then loose source root, this loose source indicates option is similar with the strict root, but this is also available strict root. So first of all, discuss the strict root, guys. The strict root option is used by the source to predetermine the route for the datagram as it travels through that internet. So, okay, so here strict source route, what? Through that route only that datagrams to be traveled. The route is fixed. But if we go with the loose source route, so it is similar with the strict route, but it is more relaxed. Each router in the list must be visited, but the datagram can visit other router as well. Okay, so the datagram can wander from one place to another place also. Then there is also a timestamp is available. The timestamp option is used to record the time of the datagram processing by the router. So it is going to be keep a track of every activity. That is what timestamp, so that sending and receiving time will be maintained. And the record route, Record route option is the use to record the internet route that handle the datagram. Okay, so it is going to be keep a track of that route record of that route, and this is what another available option is available. Okay, so these are the options available. These are optional, but additionally we can have if that size of that header or datagram exceed more than 20, that time it is going to be used. And the last field is what the padding field, guys. It indicates that the IP header sends the 32-bit. It also used to because the varying size of header, and the padding is basically used to make sure that the IP packet header has the length that is multiply of 32. So for that purpose, the padding is going to be used. Okay, and this is what the padding, or let's say payload, we can say from the upper layer, or maybe additional one. This is going to be used, and generally it is said to be 32-bit field, guys. And let's take the last side of this one and work out the one simple numerical value, guys. If what happened is somebody sends some IP datagrams, let's say example, consider an IP packets arrived with the first 8-bit of as shown here. So 0111 0100, then 0010. These are the 8-bit, guys. Okay, the receiver discard this packet. Why? The reason is why. Okay, so to check this why, first of all, let's see the solution. There is an error in the packet because let's say the leftmost bit are 0100. 0100 shows the version field, which is correct. Okay, which is correct. What this 0100, which is what the version field. Okay, which is correct. And if you multiply this by 2 into 4, it will be sorry, and this will be version. Let me rub this. This will be version field, that is 4. And if you go with this particular second value 0010, okay, and it multiply by let's say 4, the value will be 8. And we know, guys, this value never to be 0 1 2 3 and 4. It's supposed to be greater than 4, and it will be minimum of 5. So that 5 into 4 can be 20. So this will be discarded. So this is what the solution available. We have to check the every bit stream, and with the size of that field number and field value that need to be worked out. Example 2, consider an IP packet with the value of h length is binary 1000 binary. How many bytes of the option are being carried by this packet? So here solution will be h length value will be 8 bit. Okay, which means that the total number of bytes in the header is what? 8 into 4, that is 32 byte. Okay, and then first 20 bytes are header. As we know, minimum size is what? 20 byte. And if we calculated the 32 byte, 32 byte, it means what? 20 plus remaining 32 minus 20 is what? 12 bytes will be the option. Will be the option. So we have worked out this particular two examples only to understand how these packets are going to be traveled. And this is all about, guys, IP version protocol 4. Okay, I hope this IP version protocol version is going to be understood by you guys, because this protocol is very important for happen the communication from the source to destination with the one simple, what we can say, the format like an envelope where everything is going to be pasted, like a source address, destination address, the mobile number, let's say the zip code and zonal code, pin code, etc., etc. The same example is available over here, and this protocol is very important, guys. Okay, so thank you.